Hey, welcome to Squarebody Stuff. I'm Chad, and we got Shellman in the shop with me today. We're going to be working on this 76 that I bought at an auction. Oh, it's been, what, about a month or so ago? A month or so? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Finally got it in the shop, and we're going to see what we can get done with it. At least clean it up. It's a mess inside and out underneath the hood. I'm going to put Shellman to clean it up underneath the hood, and I'm going to clean out the inside. That way we have kind of something, you know, we wouldn't have a bunch of junk in our way. So yeah, let's show you what we got here. It is, yeah, it's a mess. Rat's nest everywhere. Rat poo. There's a whole bunch of it down in there. So wait the shop back out. See if we can maybe get it all cleaned up and see if we can get this old 250 straight 6 to turn over. But I mean, it's, when I got it, the lid wasn't on there, so it's packed full of stuff. I'll probably pull the carburetor completely off and kind of clean it out a little bit, give it a fighting chance. And I did, you know, turn the engine over by hand, so it's not stuck. It doesn't have a transmission, but I just want to see if I can get it running first, see what I have to do with this engine, and then figure out what we're going to do for a transmission. It was originally a three-speed on the column, the old 3 on the tree. Somebody along the line put an automatic in it. It's got a Hurst floor shifter. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna, you know, I'd really like to go back original with the 3 on the tree. I'll have to find transmission. I've got one linkage is still there. Steering column still there. I'll need the shifter handle for the column, but yeah, but we need to see if it runs first. So I'm gonna stick Shellman here, cleaning up this, and then I'll show you the inside real quick. Yeah, there's a bunch of garbage on the inside too. I did find the SPID and see what kind of options this thing had, which was pretty much none. The only real option it had heavy duty rear springs. It's got 340 ratio in the axle if it's still original. Painted rear bumper, that was one small option, and it had the gauges. So that's really about all it had as far as options. Seat's pretty nasty. Everything's pretty nasty in this, but I'm hoping to clean this out and maybe find the key. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know, because I went through all of my keys, because sometimes other keys will fit in these things. I've had that happen before. I had one truck that about any key will start it. And some of them you don't even need the key. You can turn it over like Squeaky. You don't even need the key for him. Just got the under the hood fairly cleaned up, looking good. Still trying to clean out around the spark plugs and pull them out, and we'll spray some WD-40 down in the holes. The interior, you've already seen, is fairly cleaned out. So yeah, it's looking better. The seat itself, not in too bad a shape. It's better shape than what I thought. It's still not good, but I think there's enough there. I can maybe put a seat cover on it, kind of like I did in Cream Puff. All this cool stuff we got out from the inside, some paperwork. Got the owner's manual for the Hearst Pro-Matic 2. The owner's manual for the truck with the SPID stuck to it.
And on my hands feel like
stinks. Lots of it.
why not?
You have to move that jack because you got it on the flex plate.
I know. There we go.
See if we got anything going on. We got lights. Look at that. At least one.
Yep. It's one-eyed right now.
High and low on the driver's side. Woo!
It's got high on passenger side.
Brake pedals seized solid.
Don't need no brakes where we're going.
No. Hey, starter's doing starter things. Let's see. That's the ignition wire, so I'm gonna rig up a wire to go to my coil so it'll be hot, and then see if we got any sparks. Alright, so plug that in. Maybe. And we'll just, I think so. Let's see. Well, now we gotta get some plug wires on it and see if we can make sparkies. Sparks?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got sparkies. Now we'll get some spark plugs in it and go from there. Yeah. Get some spark plugs in there, Sparky. Yeah, this kind of stuff is pretty cool. Seeing if we can get an old engine that have no idea when the last time it ran or why it was parked. I'm maybe assuming it might have been a transmission issue since the transmission's gone, or yeah, who knows. But I want to put spark plugs in there, or Selma's going to put spark plugs in there. We'll hook up some plug wires, and I'll just squirt a little fuel down in the carburetor and see what happens. All right, we've got spark plugs, plug wires. We had spark, so we're gonna keep trying it. Kind of hook everything up just to get it together. If for some reason something goes wrong, make sure you can pull that off real quick. It shouldn't run away with itself because the only fuel it's gonna get is from, well, I mean, if there's any fuel in the tank, it might squirt out of here. That would be cool if it did. Maybe. Yeah, fuel pump looks like it's hooked up. So I'm just gonna bottle feed it with some gasolines.
Pull this wire first.
Yeah, either way. While Shelman works the starter, what's the worst that can happen? We got a fire extinguisher handy. Always be safe, you know, safety minded. Safety first.
Hence why we're using a screwdriver to do the starter.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be high technologically stuff.
Right?
Yeah. It fired up! That's cool! Woo!
That's awesome.
good enough for me right now. So I can get a carburetor kit. I didn't want to buy anything for this unless I knew it ran, and
it runs.
It runs. So yeah, we can. I'll start gathering up a few odds and ends, carburetor kit, and try to figure out something I'll wire around the ignition switch, or I can get up underneath the steering column and actually take the ignition switch off of the steering column and be able to work it manually.
Put a push button on it for now.
Well, yeah, but we'll have to be able to work that switch. So without that way, I don't have to cut any wires or splice anything.
Kind of like Frank, how he had the.
Yeah, it's just got the rod there. But it won't be very convenient. But they'll, unless I can come up with a key that fits it or something. But it runs. Nobody died, and I had fun. And it's got high performance Taylor plug wires on it, so it's a race truck. And it's got open exhaust. All right. Boom. All right, you can unhook the battery now. We're done.
Ooh.
That's it. It's a wrap. Yeah.
That was awesome. I mean, it's just like Frank, first time.
Yeah. Well, we got him running, or at least heard it run just for a little bit. Got a long ways to go still yet on this truck to make it drivable. Obviously, the brake pedal, the master cylinder, I'm assuming, is seized up. The brake pedal won't move. We need a transmission. So if anybody out there is maybe close by the southern Missouri area, northern Arkansas, or somewhere in this area, if you happen to have a donor truck that I can get the 3-speed and everything out of it, I would appreciate that. That would be cool. As long as it's not too awfully expensive. I don't want to dump a bunch of money into this truck, but I do want to get it running and driving. If I had to, I could throw another automatic in there. I've got a couple turbo 350s that I could probably build and put in here, but I would really like to go back to the old 3 on the tree. Yeah, there's just a bunch of little odds and ends on this, but it does run. Now I'm a little more excited about doing something with it. So no promises on time frame on when we're going to get stuff done with it. I mean, I've got all sorts of projects going on, so it's going to be kind of hit and miss, and some of it just depends on what I feel like working on. This is kind of a bonus of having several projects. Is if you get bored with one, just push it off the side and work on something else. But and I've got plenty of projects. Tomorrow I'm actually going to go pick up a carburetor. It'll be an 850 Holly. I'm actually thinking about putting it on Buddy. That's about what Buddy needs. I mean, the 750 is fine. 850 be a little bit better. I might throw it on. Actually, I'll probably put it on Squeaky for a little bit. See if that helps out that 454 a little bit. But I don't know. So I'm gonna pick up a carburetor tomorrow. I've got another carburetor I'm trying to get hold of a guy about, a 950 double pumper. Yeah, we've got lots of stuff going on in the Squarebody shop, so stay tuned. And everybody thank Shellman for coming and helping me out today. We had a good day because we spent the first part of the day shopping. Black Friday shopping at the Harbor Freights. Got me some new lights in the shop to get rid of them big, ugly fluorescent lights. They're all LEDs now, and yeah. Shellman got him some tools. Of course, these lights here that we've been using underneath the hood, oh, they're bright. I got these from Harbor Freight a few weeks ago. I've been trying them out. I like them. They're, what were they, like $25, $30 a piece? What's the lumens on them? What was it?
It was like
800? No.
Yeah, it was 800.
Yeah, they're bright. and they're really handy. You know, good magnetic base. You can, you know, like I said, we've had them underneath the hood here to really get everything lit up. You know, they swivel all the way around. It's
360-degree swivel.
I've got so many lights floating around this shop because I'll buy them and don't like them. They don't do what I thought they would. So I finally got these guys, and these are probably my favorite lights I've got so far.
I like them, and I'm a light enthusiast.
Yeah, I really like them. They're bright. They seem to last for quite a while. I'm not sure, but they're rechargeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to die, but
yeah, they've been on high for several hours now.
Oh yeah.
And they weren't fully charged when we started because I've been using them here and there in the shop. But yeah, that's the big skinny of what we got going on right now. So I'm gonna end it off. I appreciate you guys watching. We got a milestone coming up really soon. Maybe it'll be when this video comes out. At least, maybe, hopefully, I know it'll be by the end of the year, that's for sure. But we're gonna hit 15,000 subscribers. 15,000 of you out there subscribing to this channel, watching me, sometimes my sons, just play around with old Squarebodies and whatever else we can get into. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully 15,000, and then we'll get 15,000 more, and maybe eventually be able to get enough subscribers to do this full time. That's my goal.
Save all the Squarebodies.
Yeah, try to save more Squarebodies. So with that said, go down there in the deal below and hit that join button, and that'll help out the channel, you know, help the funds out so we can buy parts for these old things and buy more trucks, all that stuff. So all right, enough rambling. I'm gonna get off here. Until next time, y'all keep your Squarebodies rolling. It don't matter if it's right, wrong, just get them running, have fun with them, and you take it easy.